This cheap hotel packs a lot of fun surprises. We're staying at Universal's Aventura. Let's go. Welcome to Universal's Aventura Hotel. This is one of their newest hotels, and it is also one of their least expensive. But I've stayed here before, and it's a lot of fun. There's some things that you're not going to find at other resorts here. And so let's go do a little staycation, room tour, all the restaurants, and see if this is somewhere that you should stay on your next Universal vacay. I did online check-in, so I just parked in the check-in spots to come in and get my keys before I can go to my room. Aventura is considered a prime value resort here at Universal. They have 4 resort categories as compared to Disney's 3. They have value and then also prime value, so it's a little bit nicer than their least expensive resort, which is called Endless Summer. But this is the same category as Cabana Bay. However, you'll see throughout this video that it has a little bit more of an adult feel than Cabana Bay, so this is a good option looking for people that are on an adults-only trip, no kids, or maybe some older kids that don't want such in-your-face theming. This is a good choice for them. I've already checked in online, so you can go into this special expedited queue, and you just need your ID and the credit card you booked with, and they'll get you your room keys. Alright, I'm all checked in. My room isn't quite ready yet because I arrived about 2 hours early before that 4 p.m. They said it could be ready earlier, so I'm all signed up with their text message service, which I'm obsessed with at Universal hotels. You can text someone, and it's a real person here at the front desk that asks you. You can ask them what time things are open till, what time is early theme park admission in the morning. You can ask them what time the buses run to. It's a great service. And there's another great service for the room here that I'm excited to show you in a little bit. Parked my car. I know a parking garage isn't as themed or fun as a parking lot, but who cares? It's where your car is. I like a parking garage more because it's shaded, so your car's going to be in the shade. If it's raining or something when you park, you don't have to worry about lugging your suitcase in the rain or in the heat. And I parked very conveniently near an elevator, came down. Elevator opens right out into the lobby. It says my room's not ready yet, but I didn't want to lug my stuff around. I checked it with Bell Services here. You can check your stuff on your check-in day if your room isn't ready. You can check it here on your check-out day if you're still going to the parks. Really quick, easy service. And one thing I noticed and I love is they actually have a scale here, and the team member confirms that it's to weigh your bag, so that if you're concerned about your bag being too heavy for the airplane, you can figure that out here before you get to the airport. So that's just a fun little detail, I thought. Also here in the lobby, they have a vacation planning booth, so this is where they've got team members here that if you need to pick up tickets or buy tickets, they can take care of that for you, answer any questions that you may have. Right off the lobby, we've got the Universal Studios store. They have these in all of the hotels. It sells a variety of the merchandise from the parks. For me, it's not quite as fun to buy things like a Harry Potter wand at your hotel as it would be in the park. However, if you're coming at a really busy time of year, you might want to consider it just so you can start having fun and start doing the wand making without waiting in the long line inside the parks. But I think it's more fun, especially to get it at Ollivanders. In addition to Universal branded things and Harry Potter stuff, they also have a small selection of beach wear, resort wear. So some swimsuits, flip-flops, tank tops, sunscreen, should you have forgotten any of that kind of stuff. Say you're going to Volcano Bay and you forgot your swimsuit, they got you covered. And as all good resort gift shops, they've got a section of toiletries, medications, things like that you may have forgotten. So a variety of sunscreen, diapers, medicines, toiletries, etc., should you need that. And then of course there's some complimentary toiletries, like if you need a shampoo or a toothbrush or something, you can always ask the front desk. One thing that's great too at the Universal parks and resorts is that a perk of being a resort guest means that you get package delivery back to your hotel. So if you buy something out at City Walk or back in the parks, they can send it back here for you to the lobby, and you don't have to lug it around with you, which is a service that they still haven't brought back over at Walt Disney World, and a service that allows me to buy more things than I would normally because now I don't have to carry them around. If you choose to take advantage of that, they'll deliver it to luggage services because someone can help you there 24 hours. Also note that when you're staying at a Universal hotel, you can provide charging privileges to your room key if you'd like to do that, as opposed to using a credit card. But similar to using a Magic Band to charge, you can use your room key. Scoping out the pool area before I grab something to eat. You can see Cabana Bay right across the way from here. Cabana Bay is a lot bigger and a lot louder than this spot, so this is a great choice if you're looking for something a little bit quieter, less over the top, but Cabana Bay does have things like a lazy river, so there's some pros, and a bowling alley over there, which this doesn't have. The pool area is really nice here. You can see it's very small. There's also a fire pit right here for roasting s'mores. They'll turn that on at night, as well as a hot tub. So small little pool area, but very nice. I would say if you're here on a busy day, you probably want to get out here early to reserve a spot. Checking out the pool bar as well. You've got some Coca-Cola Freestyle machines in case you've bought a refillable cup. The pool bar here is called Bar Soul. It doesn't do food like other Universal resorts we've seen, but the cafeteria is right next door and you can bring food out if you'd like. They have a variety of frozen cocktails, great poolside drinks. They even do boozy Bacardi buckets. And then they have some beers on tap. So nothing over the top and fancy, but it'll definitely get the job done if you're looking for something to refresh yourself poolside. There's also a little splash pad over there, but there's kids playing in it. And so that concludes our very quick tour of this small pool area. Because one, I'm hungry, and two, I don't like taking pictures and video at the pool. It's impossible to not look like a creep. Wait, this sign caught my eye. For your safety, our lifeguards participate in ongoing lifeguard training. Part of it is to simulate things with these mannequins. If you see one of these, do not become alarmed. I'm alarmed. I would be alarmed that it would haunt me in the night, not that a child was drowning. I'd be concerned that I would get a visitor I didn't ask for. It's not Halloween Horror Nights yet. The main eatery here is called Urban Pantry, and it's right off the pool. It is a cafeteria style. Think like the food court at the Art of Animation, where there are different sections that feature different things. And of course, you can bring it out to the pool if you are looking for something to eat during your pool day. Or of course, you can eat it here or in your room. Live your dreams. First station here is sushi, which is fun. Not something you see in a lot of value resorts, having a sushi station. A lot of it's made to order, though they do have some grab-and-go stuff if you're in a rush. There's a variety of sushi rolls, including a California roll, a Rainbow Road, eel. They do beer, wine, and sake here. And then they also have a wok, where they have some wok bowls already made, but a lot of them are a create-your-own adventure tale, where you pick the vegetables and the proteins you'd like, but they also have a poke bowl. So that's fun. Very unique. This next station isn't open right now, but I talked to a team member who said this is one of the breakfast stations, and they do like traditional American breakfast here, like eggs and proteins and waffles and things like that, so that's a good spot to come for breakfast. This next one right here, this is the roast station. So this is going to be sandwiches, burgers, salads. Let's take a look. They've got a bacon cheeseburger, bacon jam burger, mushroom Swiss burger, several different burgers, a spicy chicken sandwich, a spicy fish sandwich, wings, half rotisserie chicken, and then you've got your salads and your wraps, which are a create your own situation, and then you've got your kids menu with some kid-friendly stuff like chicken tenders and grilled cheese. Grab and go candies, chips, Pop-Tarts, little snackies. Not open currently. This is going to be your pizza spot. So this one's only open at dinner time, so keep that in mind that it's kind of the random middle of the day. It's like 2:30 right now, so not every station might be open. But this is where you could do pizza. Here you've got your souvenir cups. Keep in mind these work at the hotel, not the parks, so keep that in mind, but you can also do refillable ones at the parks. They've also got s'mores kits here in case you want to do s'mores at the nighttime, which is really fun. I did that at Cabana Bay. And then they have a variety of grab-and-go stuff, sandwiches, salads, some yogurts, as well as drinks, including alcohol, if you'd like to grab and go. Also, it says beer's $5. I've not seen $5 beer in a theme park in a very long time. It says $5 and up, but that's shocking. I'm going to go for something at the roast station because I love wraps. Here's my wrap. I added the steak, which was an upcharge, and then you get to add as many like toppings as you want, from cheeses, croutons, veggies. So it was pretty pricey with the upcharge. It's like $18 to get the steak or chicken on top of it. I do think this is expensive for what you get. I think the better deal would be like the burgers, which are about $12, $13 and come with a side. But, you know, sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants. It's actually really good though. They make it right in front of you. You tell them what you want. Steak tastes great. Got blue cheese dressing on there. All the produce is great. Nice crunch from all of the peppers and the lettuce I added. So yeah, this one's expensive and I wouldn't recommend spending this much on a wrap when you could spend this much on a wok bowl or less on fresh sushi or a burger or something, but it's good. It's good quality food. I don't think this is anything you're gonna wanna like come back from the parks just to get. But if you're having a pool day, if you're doing breakfast here, if you're doing dinner here, it's your check-in, check-out day, I don't think you're gonna be mad about the food. The food at Universal hotels continues to surprise me in a very good way. My room is ready, so I'm gonna go check it out. Look at that, noticing some fun arcade games out by the pool too. But we are headed in one of these elevators. It feels very chic here, doesn't it? Like, look at this fancy touchpad. Huh? 9, please. There's me. I'm just saying, for the price I paid, this is pretty nice. We'll get into that in a second. We love an indoor hotel sitch as opposed to an outdoor facing motel sitch. Let's go check out the room. First things first, they always put a different Universal thing on your key, and I feel truly blessed that I got Fast and the Furious. Welcome. Let's take a look around, shall we? First of all, full-length mirror. We love a full-length mirror because you got to look how cute your Instagram pictures are going to look at your hotel. Seriously, not enough hotels have full-length mirrors, so that's major props. This is the bedroom. Obviously, this is a standard queen room, standard view. They do have a king room. They have deluxe versions of both the king and queen. I paid with my pass holder discount $118 for the night. This is the middle of the week. However, it is April, which is usually a busier-ish time, so not the lowest you could pay, but still definitely not peak season. We'll get a little bit more into the prices of this hotel as we continue the tour, but you've got your 2 queen beds here. It's definitely, a smaller fit in here. It would be a lot if you had 4 people in here with their luggage and everything, but I don't think it'd be impossibly small, especially if you're going to spend most of your time in the parks. You have a little desk area here, pad, little lamps, a couple of good-sized drawers here if you want to put your stuff away. I am a monster that never unpacks her suitcase, so that's my life, but maybe you're more organized than me. I like this comfy chair. I could sit here. It'd be like this. Wait for people to get ready. That's how I feel like what this chair is for. Let's scope out the view. Again, this is just a standard room, so yeah, nothing, not a bad view, that's for sure. The glorious view of I-4. Breathe it in. Every Floridian's cringing right now because they know how terrible it is to drive on I-4. You can see the pool, though, down below. Hello, everyone. Hey, look, there's that little splash pad I was telling you about that I didn't want to film kids at earlier. So, look, don't say I didn't show it to you. So we are on the 9th floor. As you can see, it goes up, up, up. And spoiler alert, we're going to go up to the tippy top later this tour. Across the way here, that's Cabana Bay. Cabana Bay has both that taller building that kind of looks like this hotel as well as all of these colorful ones. I love Cabana Bay. Cabana Bay might be the best value resort in a theme park anywhere. Go watch that tour if you want the full deal. And then you can also see Volcano Bay across the way with the volcano sticking out. That's Universal's water park. I've done a video there as well. I do not like water parks, and I love Volcano Bay. Love is a strong word. I tolerate Volcano Bay better than the other ones, and objectively, it's the best water park in Orlando. I would say if you're afraid of heights, when you're making your room requests and such, request a lower one, because you're definitely high up here. So here we have, okay, this is just a little thing Universal has done since the pandemic, but they still do it, and I love it. They give you a little branded hand sanitizer bottle, and I just adore that. This hotel is newer, so it's smarter as well. So you have an iPad here that you can do the room controls with. So you can do the lights and the temperature from here. You can control the TV from here. You can put YouTube on here. You can do Prime Video, Netflix, Hulu. So you can log into your accounts and cast it onto the TV. You can take a look at all the dining options, different services. You can request items this way. Internet's on there. Chat with the front if you need to. And I've already asked for something, and it's coming, and I can't wait. And then you've also got the bill and the checkout here if you'd like to see how much you're being charged. Here you've got your little baby coffee maker, some more storage right here, along with the safe. Then a mini fridge, which I've already put the other half of my wrap into. Closet right here. You've got an ironing board, luggage rack should you need it, hangers, iron, extra bedding. Bathroom. There's like a little bit of privacy. Towels and such. Soap, sink. Let's check out the hairdryer. You know, I always have to evaluate the hairdryer. Little water cup, toilet paper. Not bad for a hotel hairdryer. It's got a diffuser on it. It's not the little dinky mounted one on the wall, so we'll give you points there. And then, of course, doored off for actual privacy, you have the commode and the shower. Oh, that just got me wet. I didn't like that. I did not realize that water pressure would be so strong, but the good news is strong water pressure in the shower. Okay, while we wait for our special surprise, let's talk about the prices. So again, this is a standard room. I paid around $118 for it, plus again that $18 parking fee as a pass holder discount. The least expensive you could get this room without a discount is $132, and the most expensive this will run you peak season is around $289. There is also what they call a skyline view room, which is going to be a bigger room with a huge view out over the skyline. That is going to cost $189 to $314, so a little bit bigger for that more deluxe feeling room and more deluxe view. There's also a kids suite that starts at $232 and can run you up to $514. And then there are also connecting suites where they connect one of the kids suites rooms into a standard queen room. Those start at $453 to $803. Keep in mind the kids suites sleep 5, and they have like a little special area for kids that have 2 twin beds, and then there's a king bed and a couch that converts. So you have a variety of options if you do the kids suite, and then if it connects to a standard queen, you're looking at being able to sleep 4 more people. So you're looking at being able to sleep up to 9 people if you were to do one of those connecting rooms. Again, this is a great resort, just like Cabana Bay. If you're looking for something on a budget, you don't get as many perks at the hotel as Cabana Bay, but you are still going to get that early theme park access where you get an hour entry into one of the theme parks where select attractions will be opened. We're going to do that tomorrow morning. You get free transportation to the parks via buses or it's walkable. And then again, you get the room package pickup delivery, which is a great perk. So I think staying at Universal is definitely a great option if you're going to come here. My perfect recommendation for staying at Universal is to stay at one of the ones that gives you the free Express Pass, which is their version of Genie Plus or Fast Pass, which gets you to skip the lines at most of the attractions. But it's just a walk up and skip it type service, no reservations or anything needed. It usually runs over $100 per person per day. You only get that Express Pass perk if you stay at Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, or Hard Rock Hotel. You do not get that here at the Aventura Hotel. So you are paying more for the rooms over there, but you can get pretty good deals on those rooms. However, if you are doing a longer stay or you have more people or you are on more of a budget, Aventura is a great spot, especially for grown-up kids or adults without any kids coming. My phone just rang because my delivery's here and not just anyone has delivered it. I've never been so excited in a hotel room. Okay, let's go see who it is. I asked for some extra shampoo. Hi, Relay. Thank you. Thank you, Relay. I'm all set. My stay is going great. Thank you for asking, Relay. You're very cute. You're welcome. No, I don't need anything else. Thank you, Relay. Go back to your house. This is the greatest thing ever. Relay, the robot, just brought me more shampoo. He can bring you other things too. You can request him on the tablet if you ask for help or ask for a requested item, but make sure you say you want Relay to bring it to you. Say you want the robot to bring it, otherwise a guest services team member, who I'm sure is very nice, but not as cool as a robot, might bring it up. I'm just saying. Y'all, I loved the Star Cruiser, but a robot did not bring me shampoo in a Star Cruiser room, and this room was $118, so just saying. I mean, is a robot bringing you things to your room, like, not the coolest thing ever? I mean, don't call it over and over again. Like, I'm sure the robot union wouldn't like that, but if you forget something, request it for the robot, obviously. Now, we're going to go downstairs. We're going to quality test Starbucks. I just want to make sure it's as good as any other coffee spot. This is for you, for science. I don't want coffee. That doesn't sound like me at all. I just want to make sure it's a good Starbucks for you. That's what we're going to do. Actually, I lied. Before we go quality control the Starbucks, we're going to go look at the gym, a place I would never go on vacation, but you might. Does anyone remember Singular Wireless? the cell service provider that was absorbed by AT&T. Tell me that doesn't look like the logo. Okay, here we have the fitness center, which does have key card access. All right. Make sure no one's in here. Okay, good. No one's in here. I don't feel bad about filming. Okay, so this is actually a very nice sized fitness center. Oh, and it's cool. It looks out over the Aventura letters. So you've got tons of cardio machines here, ellipticals, treadmills, even this horrible treadmill. I don't know what to call it, but I have worked out on that and it's the worst. Regular treadmills. You've got some free weights over here. This adjustable machine here. I do know what it does. I'm sure everyone in the comments is like, you don't even know what that is. Like, I know you can do chest press on that. Get out of here. Tricep pull downs. Been to the gym. And then over in the corner, I'm noticing some kettlebells and some weighted balls and such, so you can do different things. A couple bikes here as well. So yeah, pretty good size gymnasium. And again, this is a prime value resort. This is less than the cost of All-Stars most nights. Or about the same cost as an All-Star, less than Pop Century, and you're getting a gym, which you definitely don't get at any Disney value resorts. There are also locker rooms across the way there. I'm definitely not going to go film in there, but just know there are locker rooms so you could freshen up here and not have to go all the way back to your room if you just worked up a sweat. Okay, now we're going to do our Starbucks quality control check. It's just a normal Starbucks, so they're not going to have anything, you know, special or unique or universal treats here, but they do open at 6 in the morning tomorrow. Always check with the front desk. You can use that texting service to find out, but they always open much, much earlier than the parks. Like, the parks don't even open until 8 for early park admission tomorrow, so I've got 2 hours to get coffee, and it's just nice to have a Starbucks in the lobby of your resorts here at Universal. Got myself a small coffee. Now we're headed to the parks. Normally I would recommend walking if it's first thing in the morning, you're trying to get there for rope drop or for early access, because you can be in control of your own fate. Maybe not if you've got strollers and wheelchairs and stuff, but I like walking, and I'm gonna walk tomorrow morning for early park entry just as I suggested. But for now, since I'm just going over leisurely in the afternoon, I'm gonna take the bus. Now the buses, the downfall of taking the buses is they do drop you off at the back of City Walk, so you still have a decent walk to get to the main entrance of the theme parks, but I figured I'd show where that is and the bus situation. So quick 3-4 minute drive and I've been dropped off. They dropped us off right here, but note they actually pick up down that way, which gets a little confusing, but just know that's where the bus actually picks you up. For this hotel. Also know that Cabana Bay and Aventura share a bus loop. So the loop goes Cabana Bay, Aventura, drop off, Cabana Bay, Aventura, drop off. So on the way here, I didn't have to go to another hotel, but on the way back, I would have to stop at Cabana Bay first, and then they would drop off at Aventura. So another reason I prefer walking, but I know that's not always the easiest, especially after a long park day. So just know you'll have to make a stop on the way back. And know to get out there extra early if you're going in the morning, because you want to make sure the bus has room for your whole party. Went through security, it was quick and easy, and now I'm walking to the parks. One thing I will say too, when you get dropped off at the buses, you have to go through the security that everybody's going through. So anybody that parked in the parking garages, meaning non-resort guests, they're all going through the same security. And while they're very efficient and very good at moving it through, it can get very backed up and very congested. Whereas if you walk, you get your own little quick security just for the resort guests coming in up the walking path. Do want to note that there's a different bus that would take you over to Volcano Bay. You could also walk over there, like through Cabana Bay, if you're going to the water park. All right. Resort tour. This is where I leave you. I'm headed into the park to make some other content, film some other videos. But I will be back with you momentarily to show you the rest of the resort, including the coolest spot to get drinks in all of Universal. So, cheers. Be back soon. Back at the Aventura Resort, and we are headed somewhere special to have dinner and drinks. This is probably the coolest place to get drinks in all of Universal. I actually came to this location for the first time during my 30th birthday weekend. I did a staycation with some friends here. I mean, not my 30th, I mean my 21st. I'm not over 30. This is Bar Ventura. This is the lobby bar right here. You can see they've got some cool glow effects on the liquor bottles. They've got some beers on tap, but it's a pretty small bar. But it's a great place to grab a cocktail and relax. But this is definitely not where we're going right now. That is not what I would call the coolest bar at Universal. No, we are going up. Welcome to the Bar 17 Bistro, the rooftop lounge and bar on top of Aventura. They open in the early evening, they do food, they do drinks, and it is an incredible view up here of Universal Orlando. Just look at the sun setting. It's a good time to come. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, once again, if you're afraid of heights, maybe don't come up here. But there's Cabana Bay. There's Volcano Bay. There's the theme parks. Isn't this just so fun? Downtown Orlando is down that way. You can kind of see it off in the distance. If you've lived in a city with like a real downtown, downtown Orlando is not that impressive. If you've lived in like, obviously New York or LA or Houston or Atlanta or something. But it's still down that way. And I'm going to keep looking around as it gets darker and darker, see what the theme parks look like. I think we're going to be able to see Disney from here too, which will be kind of interesting, but I was waiting for the lights to come on. Taking a look at the menu, they have a bunch of signature cocktails up here. Of course, it's a full bar, so you can order anything you want, but they also have a variety of wine by the glass and by the bottle, beer, can, and draft. Quite a few things on draft, which I always find fun. Looking at the cocktails, a lot of them look pretty sweet. There's a tequila-based one, a rosé and peach, gin and sake, Grey Goose, Tory whiskey. So a couple different things, couple Marg-style drinks. And they also do food. Tonight they're doing food till 10:30, but it's open till midnight. So just keep in mind if you want to eat, they usually close the kitchen down a little bit before the actual bar. But they've got a variety of starters. A lot of them have Asian fusion in them, like Korean fried chicken wings, fried mushrooms, bao buns. But they've also got olives, a cheese board, a couple different salads. Variety of protein, steak, salmon, and chicken, a couple of veggies, starches to share, and a burger. So not a huge menu, but it looks really good, and I'm going to order a bunch of stuff. My drink has arrived. This is the Volcano View. It's their version of a whiskey sour. It's the only whiskey-based drink they had on their signatures, so I went for it. It's Toki whiskey, lemon, and shishito, so it's, again, got that Asian influence with the Japanese whiskey. Cheers. Ooh, baby. Okay, yeah, that is not sweet at all. Packs a good punch with the whiskey, but it's nicely balanced with the tart lemon. I would say it's somewhere between a whiskey sour and a lemon drop martini as far as the two flavors go. I like it. I would drink it again. They also make a mean old fashioned here, or any of those other signature cocktails, and again, good wine and beer list. Got some food on the way now. First of the munchies have arrived. This is maitake mushrooms, which are fried mushrooms. They're airy tempura fried with toasted sesame and scallion dressing. I love mushrooms. I love fried things, so I'm thinking these are going to be fabulous. These are fabulous. They're definitely fried, but it's not too heavy a fry. It's a nice, like, crispy, delicious fry on the outside. Mushroomy, earthy taste, and then dipped in that scallion dressing. These are awesome. I want to remind you again, this is a value as well. They're definitely greasy. My hands are greasy, but they've got avocado in that scallion dressing. It is yum. Next up are the Korean fried chicken wings. They are seasoned with gochujang, which is a Korean hot sauce, pickled peppers, garlic, and chives. That's a very good wing. Really crispy on the outside. It feels like it was air fried or something because the outside's crispy and delicious, but it's moist and tender on the inside. Definitely getting that garlic. Getting that gochujang, a little bit of spicy from that. It's not super duper hot as I was expecting. Gochujang, we have it in our fridge at all times. It's a delicious pepper hot sauce. And it's burning a little prickle on the back end, but it's not as hot as I expected. Next, I have one of the shareable starches. These are the crispy fingerling potatoes. They are made with garlic, duck fat, whipped creme fraiche, and chives, and OMG, they look amazing. Those are very good. I do wish they were cooked a little bit longer so the potato on the inside was a little bit softer. But the outside's nice and crispy. I love the creme fraiche. I love the garlic from the garlic duck fat. That's not your average side. So I think it's definitely more unique than getting like fries, and it's definitely shareable. So those are pretty good as well. And lastly, I'm trying the signature bows. You get to choose any 3. I chose to do one of each. And this is $18, which is also how much my lunch was. And I feel like this is probably the better buy. I'm so far very delighted by the food up here. We've got wakame salad, which comes with it, which is seaweed salad. This is the pork belly with chipotle aioli, cucumbers, and Fresno peppers. Here you've got the Mongolian beef with Asian pear and cilantro. And lastly, this is the garden with soy roasted mushrooms, carrot, cucumber, pickled onion, a ginger soy vin, and pea shoots. Starting with the veggie one. Whoa. I didn't expect to love that one. I just wanted to try it so I could try all 3. But it's really nice with the ginger sauce, adding a little bit of zestiness. The mushrooms are delicious. I love the pickled onions. The bao bun itself is nice and doughy and delish. That one's fresh and light. Doesn't taste too heavy. If you don't eat meat, that's a great option. But I'm gonna move right into the beef one now. Once again, the bao bun itself cooked deliciously. It's a little salty for my taste. However, that meat is nice and moist and tasty. There's a little bit of spiciness as well. And last but not least, the pork belly one, which looks the best. Pork belly is definitely my favorite. It has a little bit of heat from that secret sauce. The pork belly is nice and crispy on the outside, nice and moist on the inside. Woo! Definitely got a little heat from that sauce, which I love. I think this is a fabulous bar bite. Easily shareable. Everything here is designed to be shared. This is a fantastic cocktail lounge. You get a great view. You know, maybe not the best drink I've ever had at a theme park, but definitely the coolest location, I would say, here at Universal Orlando. And the food is excellent. This is what I meant when I said this is a little bit more of an adult location. The food here isn't super kid-friendly, but it's great for a girls' night out. It's great for a date night. It's great for, like, couples' night. If you've got older kids or maybe a little bit more adventurous kids or eaters with you, it's a really fun spot to come after a long day in the theme parks. And again, remember, this is a value resort. Back in the room after a lovely meal at the rooftop bar, ordered a shower cap from Relay the Robot, because obviously, and look what I just found. Using the smart tablet to control the TV. And the last time I stayed here was actually the night before the parks reopened for the annual pass holder preview here at Universal. It was the first major park to reopen that we covered. I remember seeing YouTube blogs about Universal, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to be featured, because it's clearly some kind of algorithm. But look, boop. I know her. We're not sponsored by Universal or anything, and this video isn't even one I filmed at a media event or anything. It's just, I must be a top Universal blog. And I guess there's only one thing to do. This bed's not the most comfortable bed I've ever laid in. But it's also not the least comfortable bed I've ever laid in. It's a little firmer than I like for my taste, but some people like that. I think it'll be fine for one night. I have no complaints. It's definitely more comfortable than like a pull down. All right, headed to bed. Got to get up bright and early for early theme park entry. Had a great day exploring the resort, heading a little theme park time, obviously meeting my new best friend, Relay the Robot. But for now, see you in the morning. Rise and shine. It's time to go to early theme park entry, but first coffee, obviously. Oh, this is a nice touch. They've put out luggage carts in the elevator area. Have you ever accidentally packed the same dress in a different color to wear the next day on a 2-day adventure? Yeah, me neither. Got the goods. I would definitely allow extra time if you're gonna go to Starbucks or get breakfast, obviously. There was a little bit of a line and they were very efficient and great team members, but it still took, 5-6 minutes to get my coffee. So if you're running late, just keep that in mind. Now I am off to the parks, and they don't really recommend walking. They're like, the bus is faster, but we're walking because I want to clock it. One thing I do want to highlight is that this right here, right across the street from Aventura, is Sapphire Falls, which is like a mid-tier resort. I've done a tour here, and one thing that I loved about Sapphire Falls is they have this really awesome rum bar and restaurant called Strongwater Tavern. Really awesome cocktails, very good food. And so if you're staying at Aventura and that sounds appealing to you, you just walk right across the street. You're also not too far of a walk from the other resorts here. So if you've seen any of my reviews of Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, Hard Rock, check those out as well. Those are their nicest hotels. But if any of the dining looks good there, you'd be easy walking distance. It took me 16 minutes to walk to here and get through security. So it's definitely a longer walk than some of the other resorts here. Definitely longer than the more expensive resorts, which makes sense. So I understand if you don't want to start your day with a 20+ minute walk, because I do walk very fast. But again, the bus is going to drop you off at the back of City Walk, so you're going to have to walk through City Walk anyway. You'd have to go through the security with everybody else if you go that way. So I personally in the morning would rather be in charge of my own destiny and walk. But you make the choice that's best for you. Now, getting into the park for early theme park entry, it looks a lot more crowded than it will actually be once you get inside, because at a certain point, they won't let anyone but the guests going to early theme park entry in. They'll cut you off around Seuss Landing and Marvel. So they're letting everybody in to disperse the crowds, but make sure you keep your room key out so you can get past and into the rides. Make sure you check when you're booking your stay which park has early theme park entry, because when it's Universal Studios, the other park, the main draw is Escape from Gringotts, and when it's here, it's a little more valuable because it's Velocicoaster and Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure TM. Both have Ollivanders, which if you want to do the wand experience, not a bad time to do that either. But I would definitely recommend prioritizing the two big coasters on this side. What to do, Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, Velocicoaster, Hagrid's. Surprising even myself, I'm going to Velocicoaster. Only because I chose coffee over leaving earlier, and Hagrid's already has a longer line than Velocicoaster. Hagrid's is posted at 90, which I doubt it is that long, but Velocicoaster's only posted at 25. So, do as I say, not as I do. Go to Hagrid's. But really get here before early theme park admission starts, so you can be first in line at Hagrid's and not wait too long there. I've never waited more than like 40 minutes in early theme park admission. So I'd recommend that, but also, just because you can connect your TV to Netflix doesn't mean you need to stay up really late watching trashy reality television. That was a note to myself more than to you guys, but maybe you needed to hear it too. Well, this is where I leave you, friends. Not like I can film on the ride. It's way up there. Maybe I didn't need coffee. This would have been a good way to wake up. Who am I kidding? I always need coffee. This is where I leave you, friends. Hopefully you enjoyed the tour of Aventura Hotel. I think Aventura is a very cool hotel if you are a young childless millennial like I am. So young. Or if you've got older kids, you're looking for a more romantic spot. If you're looking for a good spot on a budget that feels a little more adult, a little less in your face, a little smaller, more accessible, I think Aventura is a cool choice. I loved a lot of the little touches of that hotel, like Relay the Robot bringing me things, as well as that rooftop bar. Universal's hotels constantly surprise me, and I think they're very underrated. So if you're considering a Universal day, I definitely recommend doing a night or two over here at the hotels. You'll get this early theme park entry, which is great, as well as be walking distance or have transportation to the parks. I love staying at Universal. Now again, if your budget will allow it, I definitely recommend staying at the places that give you that free express pass so you can really conquer the parks. But let me know which hotel you're most excited about down in the comments. We've done almost every other Universal hotel, so go check those out. I've got one more to do that'll be coming soon. In the meantime, friends, go watch Perfect Day at Universal Orlando, and I'm off to chase the Raptors.